Guess which important point we're on. If you guess 4, you are correct. It is distinguish between insubstantial and substantial. What was 1? It was head suspended, but we're not doing that today. What was 2? Closed chest lifted back, but we're not doing that today. What was 3? Loosen the waist. I kind of want to do that today, but we're not. We're doing 4. Distinguish between insubstantial and substantial. Xiu and Shi. I'm making up how to pronounce that. But those are the words in Chinese. So the primary principle of commentary, the primary principle of Tai Chi Chuan is distinguishing between substantial and insubstantial, i.e. yin and yang. If the whole body is resting on the right foot, then the right foot should be substantial and the left foot insubstantial. If the whole body is resting on the left foot, then the left foot should be substantial and the right foot insubstantial. If you are able to distinguish between substantial and insubstantial, then turning and moving will be light and swift. Turning and moving will be light and swift. That sounds good to me. You do not need strength. Li is with a word in Chinese, so you do not need localized muscle strength to do what you're trying to do if you do it with the whole body. You need some, right, but you don't want to just do it with that. If you're not able to distinguish between substantial and insubstantial, then the footwork will be heavy and clumsy. You cannot even stand firmly. It's like the book is mocking you and me. And you will be very easily pulled or moved. Commentary, let me read the commentary one more time without my commentary. The primary principle of Tai Chi Chuan is distinguishing between substantial and insubstantial. If the whole body is resting on the right foot, then the right foot should be substantial, and the left foot insubstantial. If the whole body is resting on the left foot, then the left foot should be substantial, and the right foot insubstantial. If you're able to distinguish between substantial and insubstantial, then turning and moving will be light and swift. You do not need strength. If you're not able to distinguish between substantial and insubstantial, then the footwork will be heavy and clumsy. You cannot even stand firmly, and you will be very easily pulled or moved. Yeah, so this is deeply knowing where your weight is. You can always kind of tell where your weight is, but how closely can you tell? And some people can, you'll notice as you train Tai Chi or another martial art that you will gain awareness of your body that you didn't know you had. I mean, you're paying attention to it, so it's just normal. You know, things that you pay attention to, you become more aware over time, right? So, so some people might have all their weight on one foot and not know it. I'm not making fun of those people. That's probably the more normal way to be. But we're specializing in a certain kind of self-knowledge here, right? So, if the whole body's resting on the right foot, then the right foot's substantial and the left foot's insubstantial. There's not a chance of them both being it. It has to be one or the other. As you move through your form, you will feel it change and shift from one foot to the other, if you pay attention. So what we're going to do, the first way I like to get at insubstantial and substantial, or the fourth important point, is to do the form, in this case the first section, just paying attention to the feeling of your weight in your feet. You might intellectually know, oh, one foot's substantial over the other. That's great. Pay attention to the feeling of the weight in your feet. Knowing where the weight is isn't really knowing substantial and insubstantial, but you have to know insubstantial and substantial. So let's hope that's confusing. Sorry if it is, actually. Let's do the whole first section and just pay attention to the feeling of the weight in your feet. Begin. Feel how it changes when you pour it off. Think like your only job right now is not to do the form correctly. Your job is to feel your weight in your feet as the form happens. Put your mind in your feet. Don't look down. Feel down. Try not to look down. Feel down into the feet. Your mind in your feet. Feel your weight. What does your weight feel like? In which part of your foot do you feel the weight in that? Release. We'll do that one more time. Just a little further, give you a chance to rest and let it sink in. A little further note on substantial and substantial. It's not just the feet, it's really the whole body. So there's an idea in Tai Chi that as soon as you begin, the whole nothingness that we call it, the Wu-Ji stance, the kind of nothingness that you start with divides into yin and yang. So when you start your form, that's the beginning of feeling substantial and insubstantial, which are yin and yang. Just another way to look at them, just another aspect of yin and yang. And that's why it says the primary principle of Tai Chi. It's like, not just pay attention to the feeling in the feet. Although if there's, it's a saying, and it's kind of true, if there's a problem, check the feet. Like if you're doing Tai Chi and the hand isn't working and you're doing some application or something and it's not happening, check the feet. If you don't have power, check the feet. The legs too, not the feet. But that's the whole body, right? So you might have one hand be substantial and the other insubstantial. What does that feel like? Well, that's beyond what we can cover in this beginner Black Sash training for time. And really it's not probably that relevant yet. But so back to the substantial and substantial. This time I'll help guide you through the feeling of which one might feel substantial. The changes I tell you about won't be all of them, but I'll tell you some. So like at this point, feel it, this foot becomes substantial or less from the other one. So let's do it one more time, and I'll say selected, specific, substantial, and substantial. So at the beginning, feel even, not on one or the other. But as soon as you begin, sink down, feel the right get more weight. Without tilting, release the left and just step out. Feel the left get some more, and then sort of balances and settles pretty even. Coming up, it's still pretty even. You might feel a little more in one than the other, but not significant. If you do, try to relax some of the weight into the other foot. As soon as you ward off right, the left foot becomes substantial, right insubstantial. And then when you shift, there's a point where right becomes substantial and left is substantial. And then once again, trades off to the left substantial, right insubstantial. And And notice the insubstantial one turn. Left foot becomes even more substantial, 100% per second. And then on to the right. As the left foot becomes insubstantial, notice now it can turn. The substantial foot won't. Here, the left foot becomes substantial. And the right foot substantial. And then the left. And then the right. And then the left. And the right. And the left. To the right. To the left. To still the left. Don't overshift, right? To more on the left. 100%. To the right. To a little more on the right. To a lot on the right. To the left. To the right. Sounds like a dance instruction. Don't go to the left. Feel the weight still on the right. To the left. Right before the turn. To the right. Before the turn. To the left. Before the step. To the right. Before the turn. To the left. Before the turn. To the right. Before the step. To the left. Before the turn. To the right. To the, oh, sorry. Oh. Still on the right. Don't overshoot. To the left now. To the right. To the left. To the right. To the left. Right foot substantial. Left foot substantial. Right foot, so the other turn. Left foot, so the other steps. Feel it sort of settle evenly, like water settling in a container that's just moving. Right. And even. Okay. So that's a couple ways to look at substantial and insubstantial, the fourth important point. And the next class, we'll have to forget about that one and do another one. So, quick review, what were they? First one, giving you time to think. And suspended. Second one? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, close chest, lift the back. Third one? Loose waist. Fourth one, distinguish between substantial and insubstantial. And next time, we actually get to talk about the arms. A little preview. Let's do our life skill. Thank you, sir. Path of self-mastery requires a creative spirit. Creative spirit has no self-doubt. Path of self-mastery requires a creative spirit. Creative spirit has no self-doubt. Path of self-mastery requires a creative spirit. Creative spirit has no self-doubt. All right, bow to your fellow Black Sash beginners, wherever you are. And Black Sash training just